welcome to Mildly Spiraling. I'm your host, Tracy. Happy to have you here. Hello, and welcome to Mildly Spiraling. I'm your host, Tracy. Happy to have you here. What's up, y'all? I had such a hard time getting the USB into my little pod track P2 that I ordered for podcasting. And so let's hope this the sound is picking up, because if it's not, I don't know what to tell you. I think it's picking up. All right. I have had a week. That's why this is coming to you slightly late. Apologies if you're a Monday or Tuesday listener. I truly did not have it in me, and you will see that if you were watching the video, because I had my hair up in a bun and I just ate dinner and did Pilates, worked a full day. I'm recording the pod. I am dedicated. It's 8:15 p.m. and I've had a full day. And I'm recording, and I'm gonna go walk the girls after this, my two little dogs. So oh gosh, is it okay? I gotta ask, all right, is it cringe that I have a podcast? It's a kind of a rhetorical question, because it's like, yeah, I know it's cringe that I have a podcast, but like, I also love the sound of my own voice, so like, why not? Do I? Yeah, I do love the sound of my own voice. I used to hate it. I also like realized that I like kind of have a lisp, and I didn't realize that until I really was like listening to the podcast so much. Like, I was someone, like, when I did improv, like, I would never watch improv shows because I didn't want to like hear myself, or like, I don't know, I feel like I was like judging myself a little bit. But I am fully listening to the pod, and I don't know if that makes me self-absorbed or whatever. I'm like a fan of myself, I guess, is what I'm saying, basically. So I'm recording at night. I usually record in the daytime, so there is like a shadow behind me, and I'm trying to figure out like my setup and everything still, but I don't think I'll like be recording at night too much. Normally I'm like recording on the weekends when I'm not absolutely freaking exhausted. So just like a little tiny update on fertility. And I think I'll talk about it a little bit on my spirals, but basically my retrieval got canceled, didn't respond to the stims this cycle, kind of spiraling about it. But for some, we switched to an OI. For some reason, now I have a dominant egg on both follicles, but I'm not ovulating on my own. So I actually had to do a trigger shot yesterday. So I did 5,000 ml of HCG. So just right in the booty. And yeah, that sucked to just, like, I'm not triggering for an egg retrieval or anything, but still put a bunch of HCG in my body because I wasn't like ovulating on my own. So that was fun, and I'm still going to the doctor like every other day. And then September I'll start estrogen priming. I'm like, okay, barely a break. But then I was like, this is I'm just gonna like go with this, like, little spiral. But like, you like having your like calendar revolve around your IVF clinic, I feel like that's been my life lately. And so I literally was like, okay, can you put me in for December? But she was like, oh, we can't, because like they close for the holidays, and like to clean the embryology lab, it's like every clinic has to close to clean the embryology lab. So they were like, you would have to have started November 27th, which literally is the date I started last year. So in for a January cycle, doing an October retrieval. So I will have November, December, the holidays, if you will. off, and I'm planning a trip probably in November. And I'm very excited about that. So stay tuned. I will fill you in on the deets. Um, I think it's gonna be really cool. All right, so it's cringe that I have a podcast. Yes, I answered that. Do I love the sound of my own voice? Yes, I answered that. I hope you enjoy this Wednesday drop of the pod. I was so like I've got to get an episode out this week. I don't want to miss episodes, so you will have an episode from me this Wednesday. If you're listening when the day it's dropped, August 26th, you'll have one from me the next week. And then I'm taking a break for Labor Day, as you also should, if you can. I am going to take a little break then. But yeah, next week I'll also be out Wednesday because I'm traveling over the weekend, so I can't record. Anyway, I just couldn't bring myself to record on Sunday. I have been exhausted, and honestly, I was over the weekend. I was coming down from the hormones, from like the follistim and the menopur and everything, which are hormone stimulating, follicle stimulating, and I was like coming down, and then yesterday I did the HCG, and I'm like something's going on. I had such a bad headache today. And I took 2 Tylenol. But then I was like, oh my God, did I just take 2 Tylenol? Does anyone ever do that where they're like, I took 2 Tylenol, but I thought about taking 2 Tylenol 5 minutes ago. So did I also take 2 Tylenol 5 minutes ago? Like, I know it's anxiety, or I'm also diagnosed with OCD and I've done a lot of work with that. But I was like convinced myself that I had taken 4 extra strength Tylenols, and I'm like Googling. Even if I did, I was fine, and my headache did go away, so I'm good. But does anyone else ever do that where you're like, I was thinking about this thing, did I already do it, and now I'm doing it again? I don't know. That feels so nutso, but that's literally like the headspace I'm in. Yeah. So this is my mindset right now. This is how I am. I am making it through. I'm still like fucking powering through the days, y'all. I'm working. I did Pilates. I finished a book. Holy crap. So yeah, I'm not to brag. But yeah, I also feel like I'm on the brink of tears constantly. So I think I wear sunglasses or whatever, like when I'm out, right? When I'm out during the day, I wear sunglasses. And sometimes I'm like, okay, permission to cry behind these sunglasses because I will well up. And I have been doing that a lot. Also, permission to cry not behind sunglasses, I will say. So you're welcome to cry behind sunglasses or not behind sunglasses. I just don't want anyone to be like, oh my God, are you okay? Not that they would in New York, but who knows? All right, let's get into my loves and highlights from this last week, from life. Let's go, y'all. Love. Okay, I said I finished a book. I literally bought this book Saturday, last week. So Saturday, and I finished it, I don't know, it took me like a week to read, basically. And I bought it. When the IVF cycle was canceled, I was like, fuck it, I'm getting a cocktail. But then I also got $20 worth of freaking candy, which I mentioned last pod. And then I also bought a book. I bought a novella, which I was like kind of the perfect summer like read length for me. I mean, I love a longer book too, but I don't think I had ever like read a novella as a novella. And I'm obsessed. This book is called Grape Juice. I literally read the back and I go, holy shit, I'm obsessed. And also, I have been writing a novel for a couple years now. I'm on the 3rd revision of it and everything. I was like really seeing, reading it. I mean, it's like similar in some ways, but like different enough where I was like, oh, this sounds like kind of like what I'm writing, but also not at all. Trust me, not at all. So it's like, anyway, Grape Juice. So it combines everything I love: romance, meeting a hot French man, and wine, and like doing like a wine harvest. and it's just like a really cool book, a novella. I highly recommend it. So that actually brought me into the world of novellas. And 831 Stories, a publishing company that does novellas. I don't know if they're all women writers, but hang on a second. We are. Are you tuning in for this? She's here. She had to get up. She had to get up while I was doing. Actually, hold on. Oh, here's my other little doggy. My 16-year-old little pumpkin. They both wanted to be up here. They're going to want to get down at some point, I'm sure of it. This is... Okay, we are rolling with the punches tonight. Do you want to get down now? Okay, now that she wants to get down. Hold on, hold please, hold please. I think she just wanted to see what I was doing. Oh my, what are we doing here? What is going on? Anyway, it brought me on to this publisher, 831 Stories. Check them out. You can see all the books they've published. And I don't know if they're all women authors, but they're all novellas, I believe. But I am obsessed. I'm about to order a couple more books. And I'm really excited about that. So definitely wanted to shout that out. That's been a highlight. I'm super excited because that's like, honestly, I've been reading, my mom got me hooked on Mary Kay Andrews books, which I absolutely love. And most of those books, it's like a woman, Southern kind of badass heroine. Love those books, absolutely love them, but I actually read like 3 in a row and I was like, I need to read another author for a second. So into that. Savannah's licking my laptop next to me. Okay. So loving that. I also was like, fuck it. I just signed up for I am in a nightcap poetry class, hopefully soon, waiting for that to start back up. So I'm excited, hopefully when that starts back up, to a night class. And then I'm also going to be doing a Saturday poetry class, which I'm really freaking excited about. Really, 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 really excited about that. I'm excited about both, honestly. Like, I have not been feeling great. That's why also I've just been doing the 3rd revision on my books. I was just like, this is not as, I don't know. It's like all creative in a way, but it was like, oh, this isn't as like, my brain, like, it doesn't take as much brain capacity as writing poetry in a way and like observing the world. Cause like, honestly, I have been numbing out and I need to like, I don't need to do anything, but it's like, I want to like, just kind of not numb out as much. I don't know. What is happening behind me? You're, oh my goodness. All right. If you're not watching the video, you're just watching the audio, you're like, what is happening? This is a crazy episode. But my dog is just behind me, like straight up hanging. Now she's catching. Okay, I don't know if you're in New York. If you live in New York, the mosquitoes have been so freaking bad this like summer. I almost feel like they're worse than the South. It's like, for me to say the mosquitoes are bad, they're bad. They are so bad. They're literally worse than Georgia. And I always like make fun of people when they're like, oh my God, the mosquitoes are so bad in California. Or the mosquitoes are so bad in New York. I'm like, girl, come to the freaking deep South. Come to the Bible Belt and tell me that the mosquitoes are bad in California. No, the mosquitoes are so bad in New York. I don't know what it is. It's like they are attracted to me or something, but I literally told Patrick the other day, I was like, I think I have chicken pox because I literally had mosquito bites all over like my leg, and they didn't look like the normal like welts almost. I was like, do I have chicken pox? Do I have some weird fucking disease that now I'm gonna get because RFK is anti-vax? Like, RFK Jr. is anti-vax. I'm like, oh my God. they're going down. The swelling is going down, or like the redness is going down. So I do think they were mosquitoes, but the mosquitoes, like, they'll follow me in when I'm coming up the backyard. They're just like, and we don't even have any standing water or anything. Like, I have no clue where they're coming from. So yeah, that's actually a spiral, and that's going to get me into some of my spirals. So I kind of touched on this. Also, consider this potentially a mini episode. I'm not sure yet, but I like kind of got into this. But what's sending me into a spiral is hormones. And so long as I have been doing this podcast, I have been on hormones. Maybe not the first 1 or 2 episodes, but besides that, I have been either on or coming off hormones. And so, like, I also am like, what would this podcast be like if I was not? I don't know. It might be like a lot better. I don't know. Because I also feel like I'm like, oh, I'm not funny anymore. I was like, I used to be so funny. And I'm like, I don't know if it's just been like all the like freaking drugs I'm putting in my body for this, or if you go through shit and you become like more like blah, 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 or if it's the hold of capitalism around my freaking throat. I have no clue, but like, yeah, I just am like, ugh. Anyway, but one thing that has really made me spiral with hormones is feeling like I'm losing myself and kind of like being out of touch with my body. And I've really felt that a lot, especially like when I'm getting dressed or whatever. I'm like, oh, there's like this like discomfort with it, and I don't want that. Like, I've spent years working on my relationship with my body and being okay with it on like whatever size it is or whatever. And I'm like getting there, right? But like sometimes I'll put on an outfit, I'm like, fuck yes, I got my style going again. Like, I got it. Like, I'm good. So I've been trying to document my fits a little bit more, which I'm like, all right, I'm still feeling good, girl. But like also sometimes I can't feel like my left thigh because I still have so much pain and numbness in it from the progesterone and oil shots. Woo! That was a long one. But yeah, trying to document my fits more. I hate how IVF makes you feel out of your body, or anything like and not even just that, but it's like any kind of like physical thing like that, I think can, you know? And this, I guess, like, does happen, and it seems like it's potentially common, where you, for months, maybe even years, after you do progesterone and oil shots, you can lose the feeling. Like, you can have nerve damage, you can have just, like, muscle, like, tissue, like, knots, like, just buildup of tissue or whatever in where you're doing the shots, or like very close to it. So like for me, it's like you put it in your upper butt, but it's like even my thigh is feeling really weird. And I just like, yesterday we had to do the HCG trigger shot, and that's a long fucking needle. It's a 22 gauge needles. Also, the fact that I know all these freaking gauges of needles, 22 for PI, for progesterone oil, 27 for menopur, 30 for Lupron. I'm like, why do I know this crap? I don't think you really do 30 for Lupron. I think you might do 22 for Lupron, but I do have 30s and I don't know what they're for, so maybe I don't know as much. But anyway, the fact that I even know the gauges of needles freaks me out a little bit because I am not a science girly. But I literally yesterday, like, I was like, oh my God, I want to cry thinking about these long fucking needles. And like, we did the one for the HCG. And it's just like, whew. The trick is icing the area before you do it. That's more difficult, like with the progesterone and oil, you're not supposed to ice it. So those ones, you can do a heating pad, or you're just freeballing it. And I did suppositories the last time, and honestly, I would rather do multiple suppositories than do this freaking shots again. It's horrible. Just the fact that I still haven't regained feeling in my left thigh is freaking me the fuck out. So anyway, that's it. Also, just with that, it's like, I feel like, just in life and like with everything going on, I feel like we're always on someone else's schedule. And I think that's really hard. It's like, I want to be on Tracy's schedule. Like, I want to be on my schedule. I don't want to, like, but it just, you have to be, right? Like, we're all on other people's schedules, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, so I kind of talked about it before, but I'm like, I've just learned in the process, and I am a Capricorn moon, honey. Like, I need my little schedule. I need my schedule, or I feel like just deeply I do need a schedule. And so, like, I try to plan things, and when things don't go as planned, like, even I used to, even if someone would cancel plans on me, I would get like torn up about it, like deeply, deeply, deeply. And I think this was before I even knew I was a Capricorn moon, but it would just mess me up so much. But I've gotten a lot better with rolling with the punches. I think I have learned, like with IVF, I'm like, okay, well, I can't really have a schedule because I thought I would do an egg retrieval this month, and I thought I would do in October, and I'd be done for what I wanted to do right now. But that's not happening. I'm doing the egg retrieval in October. Honestly, it's probably gonna be on my freaking birthday, and then also January. But it gives me a little bit of time to plan uh, something for November, which is going to be kind of like a 30 beep beep birthday. I'm honest about my age. But yeah. I don't feel like I'm almost 39, but I also do in some ways, because I'm very tired. um, Sometimes I wish that I could just have a day where I sleep all day. Doesn't that sound really nice? I don't know. Um, okay. I had a listener submission this week. I'm so excited. I always love when you guys write into me. I really appreciate it. This one's anonymous. It's kind of random. I don't know why they emailed me this. I love it. I'm not actually, if you email me your love or spiral, I won't judge it on there. I promise. Okay, companies need to use more contrasting colors for the key hook on bags for utilitarian things. So I get that. I actually have a lot of bags that have key hooks, and I actually don't use the key hook because I feel like I can never find the damn key hook. So I agree. It would be really cool if, like, inside the bag, there was a different color little tab for the key hook, and then you could find it a lot easier, because I feel like sometimes I have so much crap in my bag that I can't even find the key hook, and then I'll just end up putting my keys either in like a little pocket in the bag because I know it'll be in the pocket and I know where the pocket is, or I'll put it in my pocket on my pants or whatever, my jacket if I'm wearing it, because I'm like, okay, that's easy access. I don't want to be fumbling for my keys outside the door. So that's what I'll usually do. But I totally agree with this. For like a hot second, I was like, I'm going to do like a bag brand and like have my own brand of bags. And I obviously did not do that. Maybe in the future, who knows? Oh my gosh, another adventure. But yeah, maybe that would be like something I did. But also, like, if you own a bag company and you're listening to this, I do feel like that's a really good idea that you should do. And I'm not stealing this user's idea, but they did send it in. So, yeah, so those are my love spirals. Don't forget, next week I will be on Wednesday as well. Also, don't forget to rate the podcast if you love it, subscribe, all that good stuff. As always, you can email me your loves and spiralings at mildly spiralingpod at gmail.com. Why do I always fuck up the freaking title? I've done like 20 plus episodes at this point, y'all. Come on, what am I doing? But yeah, find me on social, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I love you. Bye. That's my podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider subscribing. I'm wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, etc., etc. I'm on all of them. You can subscribe and like the episodes on YouTube, Mildly Spiraling Podcast. I always really, really appreciate a rating on Spotify or Apple. It helps me so, so much. I promise. I won't even see who it is that's rated me. I'm also on Instagram at Mildly Spiraling Pod. I'm on TikTok at Mildly Spiraling Pod. Come and join me. And you can be featured on the podcast. Email me at mildlyspiralingpod@gmail.com. Email me your loves. Email me your spirals, and I will read them on the email. Just let me know if you want to be anonymous in the email. Otherwise, I'll say your name. But all right. Thank you so much for listening. Love you. Bye.